Welcome to Fairgrounds, what I'm going to call the South Side. As you may have noticed, I had some audio issues with my microphone. Audio is hard. I didn't turn the microphone on. Dang it. Anyways, South Side of Fairgrounds starts with hole 8, and it goes holes 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, V, W, X, Y, Z, which are the temporary holes here. We'll talk more about that later. And then holes 14, 15, 16 for a total of, 14 holes here on the south side. Hole 8 itself is 311 feet, par 3. It's kind of a long drifting to the right curve, and then the basket is on the left side of the road here, which means that a good long Anheuser backhand would be great that dumps at the end. I don't have that shot, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to throw a backhand shot that fades into the road or into the hillside, and then just give me a pitch up onto the left side. And that actually turned out great.
So I don't know how obvious it's going to be when once I start editing this, but turns out that one of the hardest things about technology is remembering to turn it on. So in theory, my mic is on now. Hopefully the sound's a little better. That was way too left. And way too far. Oh yeah, this is just not going to happen. There's no way. What is it with the first hole at Fairgrounds? Front 9, back 9 doesn't matter that I bogey every time. But that'll be a simple tap in. Hole 19, roughly 215 feet, according to the sign. You can see the basket straight ahead there. There is actually a little bit better gap slightly to the right of that, where you can throw down and then let it fade in. Last time I dang near parked it, and I don't really remember what disc I did it with. I want to say it was the jackalope, so that's what I'm going to try. I shouldn't have to throw it full power with the jackalope. That was not the gap. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's over there. I don't know how rough that is. Okay, I imagine you probably can't see me from here. Maybe you can see the color of the disc, I'm not sure. This is really bad. I don't really have a clear shot at anything from here. Maybe that's a putt. Yay. Whew, that was rough back there. Hole 10, 210-ish feet. No, I'm sorry, 230-ish feet. You see the flag right there. It's pretty much straight ahead, but it's also uphill. Probably plays more like 260, 270. Fun thing is that you can't throw too low. I've absolutely hit those stumps dead center before. And yesterday I hit this early tree and that was fun. Or yesterday, last time. I think that's way short, but I'm right in the middle. That'll be an easy shot. Yeah, in theory, this should be pretty easy upshot. I don't think I'm making it to the basket. Well, in at least. Well, not too far off. All right, let's be honest. This is basically just a tap in. Hole 11, 160-ish feet. Down the corridor, basket's very slightly on the left. The only thing that really makes this hole tricky at all, I feel like they're trying to play a psychological game with you, because it's got about 10 or 12 feet of elevation gain right here in the first 50 feet of the hole, and then it flattens out after that. What that does mentally is it makes you want to throw nose up to rise up above the hill, and that's going to make you hyzer out early one way or the other. I just avoid the whole thing by doing a tomahawk and overhand throw. I don't know how good that turned out. Yeah, I knew I had hit something, but I had hoped it skipped forward, not just sideways. Oh, heck yeah! All right, hole 12, 200 feet. There's two corridors here. Left side is just a dead straight shot at the basket. Right side is going to be a very gentle hyzer shot at the basket. It's only 200. I like just going high right and get down there. Cool thing is there is actually a log about 10, 15 feet, something like that, behind the basket. So if you overthrow it just a little bit, it'll usually crash into that log and just stay. You're still in the circle. Good putt. I don't know if I put enough on that. Should be a putt though. Well, I said I'd have a putt, but I sure as heck don't have a good one. I got a tiny little gap behind this tree that I'm going to try to go for. This is still pretty dang straight. Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully I can put that in though. There we go. Hole 13, 275. It's just right down there through a bunch of these big trees. Time to make a little poke and hope soup with a dash of paprika. That's going to be left. Well, paprika soup isn't as delicious as I thought it would be. But that should be great. Okay, hole V. V is in Victor. 240 feet, left to right curving. It is tucked. It looks, from what I saw, like it's tucked up against the bushes on the right side. So you really do got to get it on the right. I'm really not going to even try to play for birdie at all. I'm going to just try to shoot out over these bushes, see if I can crash it back into the center. In theory, give myself an easy par. The tee pads here, unlike the other ones on the other side of the street, on the front nine, these aren't wooden construction. They're AstroTurf, just staked to the ground. Definitely wasn't expecting this, but let's be honest, I don't play well enough for that to probably matter to me. Just definitely different. Ooh, I did not hang it out like I wanted to. Oh, that little stick, a little branch kick helped a lot, I think. Yeah, I think if I hadn't gotten that branch kick, I would have ended up somewhere over there. I'm not even sure where. But as it is, still not great. Oh, that's great though. That's parked. Hole W, 290 feet down the hill off to the right. So it turns out I have played this hole before. And in fact, I suspect I've played the next 3 temp holes as well. I had not played that last one. Back a year ago or so, I played a glow round out here. So I played it in the dark, but I played a glow round out here. And they had 4 temporary holes over here. And so I have played this hole before. I suspect that the next 3 are the same holes. I actually think I played it twice because I think I played it once in the day also. Regardless, if memory serves, to the right, if you end up too far right on this hole, it is really awful. And so I'm just going to go backhand to try to eat up most of the distance, and then we'll approach from there. And I tried to be on the right side anyways. Where my lie is sitting, I don't think there's any way that I can record it and not just show nothing but bushes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a lie where you view where you can actually see the basket. And I think I'm going to go a patent pending and try to curve out around this. I don't think that's too bad. Oh, yeah, it's a putt. There we go. Take your time, you make putts. So the temporary holes out here on this side of the road, I'm told, are truly temporary holes. They actually do have to be taken down. Unlike the ones on the other side, they're hoping to make those permanent holes. They still have it up with temporary baskets, and the tee pads are very easily removed. But this side, it absolutely does have to be removed. Apparently come summer, there's some kind of Boy Scouts of America event that's going to be using part of this property. And so we have to be vacated off this by then. I know, again, the long-term plan is to actually put in another full 9 permanent holes over here so that we have a permanent 18 holes on this side of the road. But for the time being, these got to come out. I want to say it's like early July or something like that. These holes do have to come out. These the 5 over here. The rest of them, obviously the other 9 are fine, but the 5 holes over here. And then they can put them back in. I want to say it was like end of August, because they have to be out for the Boy Scouts is the first thing, and then the last thing is the Kitsap County Rodeo is going to also be right here just to my left. And so once that's over, then we put the holes back in and play them again. But for the time being, these are temporary. Hole X, 290 feet, pretty close to straightaway, just right down this road path, whatever you want to call it, very slightly on the left side. I do actually have some crosswind hitting my back right now. I suspect that it's going to go away once I hit these trees, but right here, I got a little bit of an opening to the field and to the fairgrounds here, and definitely feeling some wind at my back. Oh, that's not going to come out of it soon enough. Oh, hopefully that kicked all the way out. You know, when I was walking up to my lie, I was looking at just doing this like step out, backhand, flex. But really, if I just go on the other side of this tree, I can just hyzer straight in. That's a way better shot. This isn't actually too bad a spot, despite the fact that I can't see the basket. Oh, I don't know if I made it there. Well, made it an interesting putt. Take your time. Pick a chain. There we go. So apparently I lied. I have not played all of these. So what was that? W, I definitely have played that before. X, I didn't think I've recognized that. I definitely have not. This is down the same fairway as the one that used to come up next, but the tee pad used to be about 60 feet back, maybe even a little longer, and then the basket was just right up past these like 3 trees in a row on the right side. But now, tee pad is here, basket is on the other side of those shrubs. You got to clear over those shrubs. So anyways, this is 270 feet, hole Y. Too high. I'm going to probably end up in the bushes. Oh, I might be in the next fairway. If the fairway's where I remember it being. All right, story time, because my disc is in the open and so is the basket, but there's no open in between. So, and I can't get a shot that's going to explain that. So here we are, right there in the middle of the shot. There is my disc. And then I have to go through all of this, which has no clear openings. And the basket is over here. So we're going to go ahead and leave the camera right here so that you guys can see, hopefully, my shot come in. So in case you couldn't tell from the loud thump, definitely did not make it all the way out. So we're going to try this. Well, that ended up basically behind the camera. And trying to go from one tree to another, I guess. Thank goodness. Saved the bogey, I guess. Hole Z, 240, slight uphill, and apparently it's off to the right somewhere. I don't see the flag, so I'm not 100% certain. This is a tee position that they had before. And I actually really liked this hole. It was a shorty. It was only 160 feet, kind of an ace run, a little bit uphill, but they actually had the basket sitting on top of a big, huge stump right up against another tree. So if you got behind it, yeah, you were almost just a layup to get around it, even if you were 20 feet away. I thought it was kind of a fun position, but apparently they wanted something longer. So regardless, gonna go off to the right. This is the last of the temporary holes, and then we're back to the regular ones. I do feel a little breeze coming through the trees at my back. I don't think it's enough to actually affect anything though. Oh, that's in the bushes. I hope I can see something from there. So I did get through all of the weird bushes and stuff into the clearing, but only just. And by clearing, I mean the spot where they've pulled the underbrush out of the thick forest. So there's still a lot of trees between me and the basket. Well, I should be able to putt from there. Hole 14, 225 feet. Quite a lot of downhill going down here. Last time I threw the glitch, and I thought I had a decent throw, maybe not amazing, but decent, and I still definitely did not get all the way down there. So I said I'm going to try something a little faster. Well, the gauge, mid-range. We're going to see how this goes. Oh, that could be really good. I hit a tree down at the bottom, but I think it may have been a good kick too. So if that hadn't hit this tree, I was probably going to end up 50 feet long. So I need to go between the gauge and the glitch, which really says to me something like the harp. But I really don't want to throw something that overstable. I mean, do I just throw my atom? I don't love that idea either. I feel like I need to get something, I don't know, like an A3 or something. I'm just guessing because I've never thrown the A3, but something along that, something more of a true approach disc. Oh no, that was terrible. Hole 15, 225, straight up the hill. Baskets, well, you can probably see that giant tree right in the middle up there. Basket's almost straight behind that from here. I'm gonna go with the paprika, see if I can bend it to the right side, with hopefully without going too far right. Well, I definitely got to the right side. I think that's about where I wanted to be. Oh, bummer. This little cedar here is right through the line I would normally throw a putt. I guess I'll just lay this up. It's a long ways to try to run, and a lot of ways that I can mess that up. Yeah, I'm 15 behind it. That wasn't the best. Hole 16, last hole of the day. 220, I want to say, feet down the hill. It is pretty much straight ahead of us. The problem is that it does continue a little bit downhill even past it, and downhill to the left as well. So it's pretty easy to go past and slide way past. Last time I had a really nice shot with my interceptors. I'm going to try that again. Try to actually just do a somewhat soft shot, low, flex it to the right. This thing's really overstable, so it should crash back to the left right near the basket, hopefully. That was too low. It's not going to come out in time. Hopefully it's an easy upshot. This is a pretty rough brush over here, so I can't really get a shot of where my lie is. But this is actually a much better shot than I thought it was. I'm probably only 40 feet out. What I really need to do is just float something down so it lands and doesn't roll. Don't get on edge. Oh, you jerk. It's like it heard me. Oh yeah, that still should be an easy putt. And this concludes our round at Fairgrounds. Ooh, that barely made it in. And I don't have a lot else to say except that, I don't know, those temp baskets, they were nice. I liked them. I feel like a couple of the holes that were here the last time they did the temp baskets, I liked better. Two of them specifically. So a little disappointing in one way. That being said, they got 5 back there instead of 4, and you got to play with it. You got to figure out what everybody likes. Maybe other people like this better. Yeah, I get it. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a great day.